This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. EA Sports College Football with a terrific matchup on this Thursday night. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So UTSA's offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
The run inside. It's Henderson. At the 35, he's open. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Takes a handoff. It's Henderson. Inside the 35. Got a little grass. Touchdown, UTSA! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Owls offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Caden Veltkamp. He was sacked 4 times and threw a couple of interceptions last time out. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's talk for just a second about UTSA. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Turning on the Jets. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to Pott with a pick on the 2nd one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with his 3rd possession. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Motion from the wideout. Snags it, and he's open. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
That is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's just, it's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so he can come up and make a play.
He wants to change this route. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. They've got the screen set up. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. And it's the Roadrunners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred.
Menu narration option is set to off.
He's on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw on 3rd. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Working that left side. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass. Now improvising. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Roadrunners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course he is. He's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Roadrunners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got the quick completion. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He'll heave it deep. It's caught. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Owls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I know he makes it look easy, but trust me, it's not. For him to run the post route like that and then locate the ball in the air, out-jump a defender on a 50-50 ball, and have the hand strength to reel that one in, that is impressive.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
and his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Messer. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. In the red area, it's Bernard. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants it all. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Motion from the wide receiver. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games. Just be
It's so small.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. There'll be no gain on the play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their...
The city is not. Offense, ability.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
body blow effect.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Punts it out of the air. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Catch in the middle. It's Henry. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Florida Atlantic races to the line. They'll go back to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Steamrolls his way ahead. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Run in the red zone. It's Bernard. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes him talk to the hand. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Throwing right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. That incompletion brings up third down for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And it's the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Henry. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a...
Going to take a shot. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Using his legs, it's Donald. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Campbell. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And this one will be a 57-yard attempt. He'll unleash it from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with Buffalo, taking on the Miami University Redhawks.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with the Roadrunners head coach. This team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Bernard.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Buying some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Not a chance.
What?
Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. On the run, it's Bernard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man. It's Bernard. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Might as well stick with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but, man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Breaks into the open. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Who gives a hoot? The
You got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. It's all over but the shouting in this one. Top 12 teams in the country. This is the scoreboard, how things are going for those vying for a playoff spot. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. He's going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Get it out on the screen. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch at the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And it's the Roadrunners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A first down run on the doorstep. And he's in. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese. And this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. On the run, it's Bernard. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unleashes one. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
This one's complete. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is...
Yeah.